All right, I'm Justin Albers here with allhoosiers.com. On my right, Nolan Blair and Nathan Brown. We're here before the Northwestern game. Will be played at Assembly Hall tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Indiana looking for its third straight Big Ten win after an 0-2 start. Guys, how different does this season feel now? Just 2 games removed from an 0-2 start in the Big Ten, 10-5 overall. People talking about an NIT possibility here at Assembly Hall. Now you're at 12-5, a win over number 3 Wisconsin a couple nights ago, and Northwestern, a very beatable team coming into town. How different does this season feel to you guys?
I think, the mood, the panic has definitely gone a little bit with that Wisconsin win. IU's finally got that marquee victory on its season schedule, and, maybe fans can relax a little bit. I think this team really showed the potential that it has. Earlier this week, only 9 turnovers, guys really getting into the offensive rhythm. Really a very big improvement, I think, from the last couple games that we'd seen when fans were starting to get a little worried that, maybe an NCAA tournament bid wasn't in the works this year.
Nolan, what are your thoughts? I mean, do you feel like 2 games is enough to say, hey, this team is all of a sudden NCAA caliber worthy, or a team that could make the tournament now? I mean, how do you kind of interpret the last 2 games and how much this team has grown?
Well, I think they've grown a lot. I think and I know this was talked a lot about after the Wisconsin game, but just the confidence level. I think this team finally has a reason to have some confidence in themselves. And that was a big win. Wisconsin was undefeated. They hadn't beaten them in 5 or 6 years. So I think the big thing right now is this team has confidence. They're starting to believe in how they play. Now, tomorrow will be a big game. Northwestern's, that's a tough game. And then even after that, Michigan State. So I think we'll learn a lot more in these next 2 games if this team really can make the tournament. But right now, I think the fact that they're gaining confidence is a pretty big deal.
Well, this Northwestern team is a little bit different than what we've seen from the Bill Carmody days, just because with Chris Collins, a former Duke assistant, they defend a lot better. I mean, this is a team that's holding their opponents. They're top 25 nationally defensively as far as efficiency goes and stuff like that. So this is a team that's going to come in here and try to slow it down, a lot like Wisconsin did the other night, but they're kind of offensively inept. So if Indiana can limit the turnovers, Northwestern really doesn't cause that many turnovers, then they should be in good shape.
I would agree. I think this is a team that has a potential to put a scare in the Hoosiers. I think getting a big victory against Wisconsin on Tuesday, you can't overlook this Northwestern team for sure. They did beat Illinois, who IU did fall to in the Hoosiers' first game of the conference this season, but I think it's a team that IU can handle, especially being at home. I think it's good that the Hoosiers play their first game after beating Wisconsin at home. Hopefully get them away from getting too distracted with that big win, but we'll just have to wait and see.
For allhoosiers.com, I'm Justin Albers. This is Nathan Brown and Nolan Blair. Continue to check our site. We'll have plenty of preview coverage for the Northwestern game tomorrow and then the Michigan State game on Tuesday.